There was a day and it was starting to rain and we decided to leave the house immediately. We went outside and the rain was pouring out and then we stayed in like a tent. Like there's a roof above us and then we stood before the rain would end. And when the rain would end, we saw from a distance a lady was coming to us. She was trying to describe and we realized that she's a deaf. She cannot utter a word and she was describing. It took a while but we understood that her phone was snatched from her. So there was an armor bar loose. One of us just said that he's gonna walk from around. He's gonna walk around and try to chase that thief, and then we have to catch him. We said, okay, so no problem. We stood up, and she was saying like next to us. We stand out too close to like there's a street light, and then we saw a young man from a distance. He was coming to us like he was working normally, but we were just our mind was not on him. We were trying to investigate like how like she was describing. She was trying to describe her phone. She was making a call, and her phone was snatched from her and everything. And then that young man, when the moment he came closer, there was a light and he shined at him. That thief was like, she was pointing violently, like, this is the person, this is the person. Immediately we realized, okay, this is the thief. And then one of us was like, stop, like, he brought his hand up like this. That young man was just sprinting faster and faster. The moment he came closer to us, like, few steps close to us, he brought out a long sword and he scratched that sword in the ground. Literally at night time, imagine the right time, you can see sparks on the floor. That moment was the time I entered into an extreme fight or flight. We have to take action. That person that have like a long sword, and some people used to put like medicine on that sword and poison on it so that when the moment it touches you, like you're dead. Immediately, all of us ran away. Like that person was like 15 years of age. In that moment, one of my friends was like, run, and then two of the dad deaf and that another person went to the left side, and then me and my friend we went to the right side. That thief decided to chase us down. He was running fast and I was running speeding faster. My friend was moving so fast that he was walking so fast his phone would drop from his hand and he would look at my phone and he's still running, and I was rushing. There was like a bump on the street, like this bump on the street. I was just looking at. I saw his, but I cannot stop. I was so afraid. My neck, and that person behind us was wiggling the sword like this. He was sprinting very fast and he was just walking at night. I was so terrified that night. My friend, the distance was getting farther and farther, and I felt hopeless. I was like, every time I was thinking about my neck because every second I could have died. We were just walking around. I was moving faster. Before we knew it, we covered an unrealistic distance. That thief, I didn't know that I had a long distance from the thief, but all the thing I was thinking about was my neck. And that thief, like people saw him with the sword and they started to like chase him, and then he went to the different. He turned his right side, and then he was running now. Before he knew it, we realized that there was no thief. We came back. The person, my friend, was looking for his phone, and then he found his phone. By permission of Allah, that thief did not steal that phone. And when we tell people the story, people will be like, "Nah, like you did the right thing. Like that's a good thing to do." All I knew was that I felt weak at that time. I felt weak, a lot weaker than I was supposed to be. Everyone will be like, there's no problem, like you saved your life, but deep down I was feeling like I could have done more. While some people were telling me like we could have put a chair and tried to get on that person, but try to understand we have no other options. Like he didn't tell us that he had a sword from a long time. He had a sword behind him. By the time he reached like in arm's reach, that's when he brought out the sword and scratched on the floor. We have no other option but to run away. But still I was still feeling bad, like I could have done better. I was not supposed to be this weak. And one time I was walking around and I saw a young man, like some young men, they were dancing on TikTok. And what I saw was, I felt so disappointed at them. One person was like recording them and like they were doing that dances on TikTok, like this dance, and like all of them are Muslims. And I was just feeling like, what a disappointment in young men. No wonder the Prophet was just weeping like a young man. Young men are the worst of the generation, this generation. Especially like, and Muslims, the worst part of it, Muslims started to follow this trend like, oh, Hassan. Do you know, I just feel so agitated, so fired up whenever I see this kind of. I realize that how insane it is from people, young men, like look at Alexander the Great. At the age of 19, he was conquering countries, but we 19-year-olds, 19, 20-year-olds, we have this laziness, this unambition in ourselves. We used to just talk about, oh, I want to be successful. It burns me seeing these kind of things. No wonder the Prophet was just crying, like you don't realize how lazy you were. You don't understand how the price of laziness. You don't realize that people like in the past, look at people in the 70s, right now they are saying like they regret like not doing something with their life, and you are like in the 20s, 2000s, like you have no, like try to understand, you have been weak and they were strong. They're on their own stage, but you are weak, so weak that imagine how life would be when you are 40, 50 years of age. Imagine how much regret will you have for your life. You are in your 20s, you have the highest level of intelligence, the highest level of time. You don't have any responsibilities, and even if you take care of your family, you don't have as much responsibilities, and you will never get this kind of free time in your life. You will not get this kind of energy. The problem is that we all know that we all are aware of all the problems in their life, but we don't stand up. We cannot just stand up, fix this life. That's the problem. We cannot just stand up and fix these things. I was just so disappointed at young men. So disappointed at young men, especially Muslims that are following these kind of things. And when you ask them, oh, I want to be the Prophet Sallallahu, I want to be shoulder to shoulder, like, you don't realize how foolish you have been, like watching, like scrolling TikToks and look at trends, oh 6-7, like it just fires me up seeing this kind of thing. No wonder the Prophet Sallallahu, if there's a way I could weep, I would have wept in this video. You cannot be living this kind of life as a young Muslim. You cannot be, like, how old are you? You cannot be living this kind of life. It's not, you don't have the right to believe in this kind of life. I know some people will be in the comments like, oh, this person is so rude. Like, you need to understand, you're not supposed to be like this. I'm trying to help you. You as a young man, your parents are probably disappointed at you. They will not tell you, but they will be like, you could have retired them, you could have done something with your life. Death comes at any stage of your life. You don't realize how much people die at your own age. But here you are, scrolling away your life, watching, playing like this game, eFootball, Call of Duty, like playing all these things. I stopped playing video games for 3 years. Did I die? No. I realized that this thing is very bad, and people, they will try to push it to your life, pushing it to you. Sometimes you will go to university and they will try to organize it like game night, and everyone will be like, oh, this is a good thing. It's not. If you don't take action, I promise you, like, you will see the other side of the, like, by the age of 40, 50. Stop thinking like, oh, I have time, like, no, I will enjoy my 20s and then on my 30s and then I will work. No, I'm not saying you should slave away your 20s either. But you need to know what you're doing with your life, especially this age. If you don't know where you are heading to, so many people, like, I have so many people, sadly, some of the relatives, in fact, at the age of 30, they'll be like, I don't have any ambition to do, and they will start like smoking, starting to like going to drugs and everything, because they don't have an ambition in their life. A lot of people talking about, oh, I want to become a doctor, I want to become this, I want to become this thing. By the moment that they are done with university, they don't even know what they can do. They can't even fathom. Please, I'm telling you, stop living like this. You're not allowed. Please, don't die like this. What will you tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with your life? Okay, if he asked you, how did you do, what did you take care of your life? How? The Prophet said that there are 5 things that a person doesn't take advantage of until it is too late. And the very first thing is youth before old age. The Prophet, he knew how much it is as a young man. He knows how much, he's proud of young men. He's so proud of young men. But the problem these days, modern young men are such a disappointment in these days. The parent will not tell you, but I'm telling you, like, I have so many friends that don't even hear the advice. I'm telling you, like, a lot of people would disagree with this advice. But you that are listening to me, try to understand, you have to get up. We are all aware, we all know the problems we're facing in this age, and the problems only get worse and worse. Forget about, like, the president of the country, forget about any of these things, forget about all these things. You are responsible for the negative things you have in your life. You are responsible, even if it's not your fault, but you have to take care of yourself. This body you have is an amana. This mind you have is an amana. Everything given to you is an amana. You have to take care of it. Stop saying like, oh no, I have another time. No, you don't have another time. You don't have another time. Right now, many people are dying this second. You have to take care of yourself. You have to do something with your life. Do something. It's possible. You cannot just say, it's too late for life. No, it's not too late. You're still young. You're still young. Even at the age of 60 years, it's still not too late. You're still young. You're a young man. You have to take care of your life. I cannot stress that enough. You have to do something with your life at this age. Forget about all these modern day trends. Forget about all these video games, bullshit video games. Forget about all these things. Turn off your phone and just think about what you need to do with your life. If you can't turn off your phone for 3 days, don't even look at your phone. Think about what you have to do with your life. And as far as you don't have this thing, you're not ready to fix your life. Forget about all these things. Oh, I'm gonna get FOMO. Who gives a shit about this FOMO that you have? Who gives a shit? Nobody cares about these things. You have to do something with your life. I would like to end with the humble quote. Too much attention makes a donkey think he's a lion. Assalamu alaikum.